And for the last time in Duskfall, we are back. War of the Crow Season 2. The game where we play Blades in the Dark, and we are coming to an end of this season and this campaign. With the players, with the characters, the crew, the Damned Emporium, about to complete their goal, defeating the North Hook Company. They've already defeated the Billhooks, taken them out. Now they're gunning for the North Hook. Will they survive? Will they get the prize they seek? A little slice of Duskfall to call their own. Who knows?
Yes.
Oh, there you go. It's settled.
Maybe.
To war.
It's a bit late for that.
Yeah,
Been a war for weeks.
Yes. No more war. No more war.
Total war.
A total war. Go to war with the whole of Duskfall.
We are kind of working.
Yeah. Well, where we left off, because Friedrich was not here and has probably not got to that point in the VOD yet of last week, but you did defeat the Billhooks on their ships, with Silas jumping to their flagship, so to speak, slaughtering all the Billhooks, and
all on his own.
Erin Cassidy. Yes, it was a combination of Rage Essence Vial and 5 different
Rolling
stackings rules. And rolling a 6, yes, in the pool of like 5 dice. Yeah.
It went better than I or Silas could have expected.
With extreme effect, I believe, was the roll.
I think that was the clutch. Yes, he leapt aboard over an improbable distance, slayed the Billhooks, charged into the captain's quarters, and managed to quell his rage for long enough.
After Saffron cleared a path by blowing up half the fleet, but let's not mention that. Yeah, we'll just leave that bit out of the conversation, shall we?
It was a team effort, of course.
Doesn't sound like it from the recap.
Just this bit. Just this bit. We can get back to the Saffron.
That's fine.
Yes.
I mean,
Saffron
most people would tell the story in chronological order, but you know.
You would think so, yes.
Far be it from me to invite more volume from Milo, but Milo, do you want to turn the gain up on your HyperX Quadcast microphone?
I've nudged it. Saffron, why don't you
Much better.
chronologically wind us back a touch?
Well, yeah. Well, the first move was to unfortunately sacrifice the damn Dodger, load it with explosives and Blackwater Bay those bitches, and floated the explosive laden damn Dodger into the midst of the fleet, and then Lorenzo took a epic shot to detonate and take out the small boat's fleet.
Highly risky. You might just as easily have Edmure tallied it.
Well, exactly, but that did cause Saffron push himself so far and suffered a trauma from the sacrifice of the damn Dodger, which kind of put him out of action for the rest of the.
He did manage to stop the small boats.
Yeah.
And,
Suella would be proud.
Yeah, so episode 1 we stopped the boats, episode 2 we smashed the gangs.
Of course, our very exciting endeavours, amusingly reflective of our very first score, blowing things up on the water.
Yeah.
Yes.
Summoned the spirits of the water, didn't it?
Yes. The sea is currently alive with all the spirits and swarming from the depths.
Yep. The lightning chain did crash into the water a bit. Just a little bit.
Oh, yes.
And that agitated many spirits that were lurking in the bay, which was good cover for all of the ship action. But yes, and listening back, I was thinking maybe Silas probably couldn't take out like 15 Billhooks and a leader all on his own in one roll, maybe. But you know,
I don't know if we've really talked about how many there really were. If you'd have said 15 prior, I would certainly have agreed with you. I was thinking like 6 or 7 on the boat, or it did go more smoothly than I had expected. I will certainly say that.
To be fair, I did write out. I think I put like 5 or 6, but it's all good.
I think perhaps the other crew who were aboard just didn't really fancy it.
I don't think so. And we did describe it a bit like Blue-Eyed Samurai, so you were probably, there was... No, I'm not going to try and pretend there was any kind of stealth involved.
No.
No.
But it was, of course, using the crowd control sword, as we...
Correct. Yeah.
The Zweihander.
Yeah.
The Zweihander.
Zwei.
Code name.
They're being issued to the Metropolitan Police as of next week.
Yeah, well, he should probably have earned his way back into the Bluecoats with this kind of excessive force.
Exactly. Well, sorry, I'm trying to fix my overlay because it's all messed up. I can see half of Michael's face.
If you ended back, you'd be on a desk job. That's what they do with them.
Oh, imagine that.
Pencil pusher.
Yeah.
Maybe it's time. Maybe it's time for a desk job after all of this.
My favourite thing was we all rolled exactly one roll last session, and each of us rolled kind of our character's specialist abilities. I quite like the symmetry of it. So I can't need Friedrich to roll a prowl before doing anything else, just to complete the quartet of.
It'd be a finesse.
Or finessing, well, whatever. Yes, finesse, even whatever.
Sleight of hand.
We had Saffron wrecking, Lorenzo hunting, Silas skirmishing. Pretty much the perfect.
Yes.
Perfect patter.
But the twist at the end of the last session, as you were doing your favorite activity, running down Billhooks who are running for their lives, and the remaining small boats. Again, Suella would be proud.
To be fair, the Billhooks are really very horrible. Like, there's gangs, and the Billhooks are really, really nasty, right? Let's not spare a thought for them.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's my favourite detail was when Silas did he didn't finish off the leader, but pinned her to the deck of the ship with her own billhook. Was the specific functionality.
Left her for the ghosts.
Pretty sure he pinned her with a billhook, like a person.
Yes, I mean, yeah.
Didn't he?
Yes, that was the fun confusion, wasn't it?
Confused me for a while.
Just a rather overweight billhook.
Just plopped on, like Thor's hammer, just popped on him.
Exactly.
Stuck now.
Yeah, and then as he left her for the spirits to devour, and you could hear the single gunshot as he disembarked from the ship. But as you take victory from around the corner of the bay, coming into the North Hook Bay, it was a Leviathan ship, and you can see it now on the screen here. And coming from its loud hailer was the hated voice of Inspector Campbell, saying that they were the ones who were going to save the docks from the tyranny of the Billhooks and the scheming of the Damned Emporium, and the red sashes will rise once again to protect the people, the true protectors of the people. And you can see the name of this ship, the Sambuk Il Sarakai. Coincidence? I think not.
I think not.
And as you came forward, and actually I've learnt about Leviathan ships thanks to Lawrie's research, but apparently they have their own lightning towers as well. So they are repelling the spirits in the bay.
Damn.
Which is cool.
Very fancy.
But I think as well on sort of, you see on the side of the ship, you see the Aruvian diplomat, who you also know is a member of the Circle of Flame, and she is holding aloft some sort of artifact, and she is also kind of fending off the spirits with this thing. And Friedrich, do you have the scarab on your person? I think you always have it now, don't you?
I do have it on my person.
Yeah, you feel a little tingle from the scarab, like it's sort of an electroplasmic field is emanating from it as you get closer to this ship and this other artifact. Which is interesting.
Oh dear.
Yeah, but yes, this is very clearly the plan all along from the Norfolk Company was to do a Palpatine, as I described it, to get you to fight a war against the Billhooks, and then come in and be like, the Billhooks, we will defeat them.
Somehow the Red Sashes have returned.
Yeah. That's the next trilogy. At the end, I don't know.
Is Campbell Darth Vader then?
Yes,
analogy.
Yeah, it's like the Enforcer.
Yeah, he's Anakin right now, so maybe he'll turn into a hole for the next season.
Oh my god, a RoboCop Campbell, Jesus.
Yeah.
Badass.
Where is my wife? Where is Padme?
Oh, I for one would love to see Olly have to learn how to do Major Campbell off of Peaky Blinders, but robotified
by way of James Earl Jones. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be. I had to break out the old voice mod app again for that.
Oh yeah, that was a good moment.
Well, this Leviathan ship is bearing down on you. Hopefully, this image can give you an idea of the scale of it.
Yeah, so we're on with Foghound. Oh, we did get, and we used our crew upgrade to get on the vessel. We have a new mini boat called the, which is currently being piloted by the Lost and or the Silas of Stompers. Kind of like a slightly better Damned Dodger.
Yeah, the Stompers had to retreat and flee from battle because of a.
Have they not come back for this battle? They're not back yet.
That's well, I mean, how are they going to get? How are they going to go pick them up?
Yeah,
you gonna go pick them up? You got time? Have you?
Yeah, the Damned Deliverance can do that. Damned Deliverance can do it.
Sure. So seven men on a tiny little boat.
I mean, we probably would have wanted
Damned Deliverance
with the
an epic vessel,
the bay full of ghosts and shit. I imagine we would have made some effort to rescue them. But maybe they're not. Maybe they're not immediately available, but perhaps they could make an appearance.
Sure. Okay, cool.
Shit.
We've got to take a big old massive ship that's presumably filled with red sashes.
Yeah, well, there's probably not that many. The Red Sashes were always quite an elite group, and you killed most of them. So I don't think in the last year or so they've managed to recruit that many officers.
Presumably some Norfolk lads aboard as well.
So Friedrich, your the scarab is almost starting to burn a hole in your pocket as you get close to this ship. And with a memory of sort of the translocating properties of these Iruvian artifacts, you sense. I mean, how many? Do you have any points in a tune?
I was dreading that question. I'm afraid I have precisely 0 pips in a tune.
Well, I think in this case, it's a bit like in Call of Cthulhu, where if you fail an intelligence roll, but you're better off because your mind is the horrors do not come up against your powers of reasoning and send it and break it.
Yeah, I think if given that Friedrich is very aware that he's not a magic artifact knower, and had it's taken him an entire nearly finished long-term project to try and find out just about the translocating pots, which are to be associated with the scarab and other Iruvian doodads, but he basically doesn't know about this stuff and is conscious of that fact. So he would be unsettled by the scarab starting to burn and tingle. he might take it out and look at it, but I think without any kind of arcane insight into what's happening, he would say to the crew, like, I don't know what... Oh, that's not his voice. Jesus. I don't know what it is that woman's holding, but it's doing something to the scarab. I can't touch it anymore. I don't like to think what magics they've tried to contain for this. And he will just like stow it in a crate on the damn Dodger. He doesn't want it on his person right now.
Before you do, roll me a tune.
Oh, goody.
And I know it's not allowed in the rules to tell people what to roll.
Risky standard? Risky limited?
Yeah, that's all good. I probably could have asked you to do a resistance, actually.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
lowest. Oh, son of a bitch.
I mean, for the story, it's probably good that I failed that roll, let's be honest.
Also, the damn Dodger was exploded.
It might have been quite boring
exploded.
if Friedrich successfully took the magical artifact that's linked to the enemy artifact and went, well, I'd put that in a box.
Yes, as you go to put away the MacGuffin, and never speak of it.
Keep it secret.
Yeah. You feel that pull that you had before from touching that artifact previously in the museum. And it's kind of like, you know, when they go to hyperspace in Star Wars, it goes like that. You kind of have that. And you don't understand. Friedrich probably doesn't understand, but for us, you are entered into the ghost field. And you just see the whole bay just alight with faces and figures crying out and in pain. And then you see aboard the ship another kind of bright light, and then you are shunted towards it. And then you exit the ghost field, and then you're on the Sambuk.
Oh.
And you're standing next to the Eruvian diplomat of the Circle of Flame, which I've forgotten her name. Bad GM.
Oh, shit.
And she just looks at you in complete alarm. And then looks at what you're holding in your hand, the other, the scarab. And then you can see in her hand, she has something that looks almost identical to it.
Yeah.
Morning.
Consigliere.
Quite a magnificent craft you have here. I don't think Friedrich should be allowed to be that nonchalant. It's quite fun that he is, but realistically, he would be fucking terrified at this point, and not react quickly enough to talk to her in that fashion.
Could you give me a resistance roll? I think if you just click resolve, and then we'll see how well you deal with it.
I don't think it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be pretty bad. Oh,
nice.
Okay, so it's pretty good. Yeah, so you just take one stress.
Alrighty then. Okay, so well, in which case, he really does recover maybe slightly quicker than one would have expected. Perhaps the researches he's been doing into the Iruvian stuff has kind of at least convinced him that while it is somewhat supernatural, these are things that can be understood, and he could eventually understand them. So he's a little bit less fundamentally given the collywobbles by this shit. So he does recover pretty quickly and goes, well, that was unexpected, I will admit.
And she just...
But since I'm here...
Oh, gone.
Sorry. But since I'm here, I suppose I am the emissary of the Damned Emporium. Let's make a deal.
She just looks at you, and then you see like the glint of recognition in her face, and she says, you're the filthy thief. Steals things. How did you do this? Where did you get that artifact? It does not belong to you. It belongs to the Iruvians.
Now, I think with everything that's happened in this world, we're slightly beyond concepts of nations owning things. Personal property is a little bit up in the air in a world full of ghosts that I've just flown through, wouldn't you say?
A classic line from a typical Akarosi aristocrat. Servant of this Imperium.
Oh, it's been a long time since I served anything but myself, my dear. Certainly not the Akarosi Imperium. Barely remember my parents' names.
She just says, hand over that artifact, hand over that scarab, and get off the ship, or I will call the guards to throw you off.
Well, it would be slightly premature of you. You see, I have a number of other Iruvian artifacts that I've procured by what you would call theft and I would call skill. If you throw me in the sea, I fear neither of us will ever see any of them ever again. Besides, as you can see, and no doubt as you and your comrades in arms planned, we've made rather a play for this region and are not without allies. You may have a big, powerful ship, but I suspect you would rather settle this without further bloodshed. Certainly we'd be better for the Red Sashes, of whom there cannot be more than, I don't know, 5 or 6 remaining.
Sounds like you're trying to achieve something.
It sounds like I'm trying to sway, which, I mean, let's find out. Yeah, okay. Normal roll or fuck you roll?
What do you mean?
I mean, okay. Oh, risky standards skill roll or different.
Oh, I see. Well, I think it's a risky limited here.
Yeah, I thought as much.
Yeah.
Oh.
I see.
Oh no!
The dice have spoken. She laughs mirthlessly. It says, the captain of this vessel and her erstwhile allies, my fellow Iruvians, will not wish to leave your crew alive. You have been a thorn in our side. It is a matter of honor at this point that you will be destroyed. And Ruth the Dog did not destroy us completely. And she calls for help.
Okay.
I assume.
Can I just do a quick one?
Yeah, of course, Mel's come to your rescue. So whatever you need.
Well, a rescue will definitely still be required. Don't you worry.
Good.
Friedrich sort of shrugs and says, "Oh well, it was worth a try." And he throws the scarab as hard as he can out into the sea, in the hope that either this will distract or freak out the unnamed lady, and or the arcane effect might trigger again and teleport her into the sea. Either of these results is acceptable, because as he does that, he's gonna trigger the ghost veil, go invisible, and try and slip behind her, grab her and put a knife to her neck.
Okay, I don't think you need to do to go invisible, because if you do that, if you throw it overboard, she's distracted enough for you to be able to do that.
Okay, great.
I will say though, from what you've just experienced, I think you get the inkling of understanding that these scarabs of Sadakai work in pairs to open up ghost doors. So it is, as it stands, one of the most easiest way to get the rest of the crew onto this Leviathan ship. Without it, it's going to be quite difficult.
That would have been so cool.
But we're not. But we don't have it anyway. So how would?
But if I could get the other one off. That still doesn't help us unless I can throw it. I think I'll throw it. Could I throw it to the Damned Dodger? How far away is the Damned Dodger?
We're on the Foghound. The Damned Dodger's been blown up. Just FYI, it's gone. It's out of here.
Yeah, you get the Foghound up along the side. But
we're close enough to throw. We're close enough to.
There will be crew with rifles shooting off the side and stuff.
Okay, so for the tying up of this accidental hole, can we say that I threw it directly to the Foghound? Maybe someone has to make a roll to catch it.
Yeah,
but
you do a cool moment where you throw it over your shoulder. And then she freaks out and you grab her, and then we cut to the Foghound. Where you guys? Oh, what's it? It's a scarab.
Yes, Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Jump off. Back to the Future 2. Jump off the building. Immediately land on the car.
Yeah. Her name is Elstera Avrathi. Apparently.
What is?
Yeah.
Elstera Avrathi.
And she's apparently secretive and gracious, but not in this instance.
She's secretive, gracious, and has a knife to her throat.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Cool. Well, the rest of the crew saw Friedrich just disappear whilst holding the scarab and saying it's feeling weird.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have one fall down from the side of the ship as you.
Who would go to catch it? It feels like Lorenzo.
I go to catch it. Got 3 points in finesse.
a little booster.
Yeah, exactly.
Spry-old
He's got like a wider bucket for it to land in. You know?
Go catch it. Wheelchair net.
That's it.
Yeah, nice.
Something's not. It's not.
So I assume you're asking her how to use it. How to connect to the other one.
Say again. Sorry.
I imagine you've got Elstera at knife point, so she can tell you how to use the scarabs.
Yes. This is step next. She should be like, well, we still have quite a task ahead of us, I will admit. But you'll notice that my knife is at your throat and yours is not at mine. Why don't you tell me how to make that delightful ghost tunnel effect happen again, and we can say no more about it. Perhaps I won't cut your throat.
Nice. I'm going to do a fortune roll to see how helpful she is. A 2.
Not very.
Well,
Good.
she
I caught it.
desperate extreme.
Oh, you did.
I thought I'd choose a position and effect.
Yeah.
You catch it and it immediately triggers.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I catch
actually-
it like hit the exact combination of things. Oh wow!
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, if that was your goal, you did it on a 6, you know, with extreme effect. I don't know why you picked extreme effect.
I thought it'd be funny.
Yeah, so she
It was.
begrudgingly tells you how to activate the connection between them and sort of let one act as a locus for the other, and as you do so, Saffron, Silas, Lorenzo, the ghost field absorbs you,
Ooh.
and then you get jumped up to the deck of the ship.
What?
Ah, gentlemen. Simply fantastic to see you. We have a guest. Might I introduce Lady Elthera Avrathi?
Well remembered.
Yeah.
I trust
Peruvian
he's
scum.
being cooperative. You seem to have everything under control here.
Peruvian scum.
Always the tone of surprise with you, Templeton.
I have seen your blade skills before. It seemed you have improved.
Oh, and at this juncture, I will say that you will get to do another indulge vice.
Oh,
And then also, Lorenzo, you can move your healing clocks down,
Nice.
your harm
I
down
feel
level.
my needle to the eye then.
Amusingly,
No,
Friedrich's
not you,
indulge vice
Saffron.
isn't entirely
Ow.
narratively inappropriate because Friedrich just collected a second precious artifact.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't find the button now. There it is.
No roll for eye.
Before
Ah,
we
that's good.
kind of transported through that, as Lorenzo sees Friedrich just vanish, I think he takes his spirit mask and dons it, so he can actually see the spirits in better detail and a bit further away, and see through the ghost field a bit.
Be useful.
Yeah.
We might need to use some spirit craft to get our way out of here.
Yeah. Oh, I should have said because Alex, you weren't here last week, but this kind of slapdash indulge vice. If you roll a 1 to 3, it represents you doing it in a harmful way, so you get level 1 harm. So I don't know if you would have done it actually based on that.
I think I would, because I don't currently have any harms.
Okay.
And I had loads of stress. So mechanically, obviously, I want to have done it. But also, I think Friedrich would have had a thrill, a great thrill from very suddenly learning a bunch of new stuff about the Scarab and getting another one.
Yes.
So
It's like your long-term
maybe it burnt him a
objective.
bit.
Yeah. 20 points for your long-term objective, long-term goal.
Oh,
Saffron, you're not indulging vice?
I got zero stress because I suffered a trauma.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Swings and roundabouts.
And why not for you, Silas?
I technically overindulged last time, and we said it caused a harm instead, so I actually only have 2.
Ah. Oh, yeah.
My 1 push self, which I didn't realize that we only rolled 1 dice each last time, and yet so much happened.
Yeah.
Yes, that was it.
Cool. And actually, I was thinking about the kind of the fallout from your Rage Essence vial, because you've never had it where you've done it and then carried on.
Yes.
So I don't know if that would be a harm potentially.
I think it could do. Yeah, because it doesn't describe anything specifically, but I do imagine there are some consequences. No, I don't. I mean, I would maybe put it in as another level 1 harm, which won't necessarily affect me now. But then if I take any other minor injuries, it will begin to stack.
Exactly.
I think a level 2 harm would be perhaps a bit much.
Yeah, it sounds like it would reduce effect. Yeah. Nice. All right, cool. Well, what are we doing with the hostage? And also, you can expect there will be. You can see like along the sides of the ship there are crew fending off spirits as well.
That's my question. The situation we're in is we can't at this point we'd not been detected. We're still technically done an accidental stealth invasion, have we?
Yeah, I think this has all happened quite quick.
Okay.
And I imagine Friedrich's like grabbed Avrathi and kept it to one side.
Probably want to get below deck as soon as possible. I assume.
Saffron, do you reckon you could take down these lightning towers? You should give them more to think about than even just us.
Yes, we'll need to find some kind of control panel. Or some kind of device.
Well, there's the towers themselves, of course, are a tempting target, but perhaps the more subtle approach.
Yeah, a bit exposed up here. I say we get below deck and regroup quickly.
So
yeah, it'd take a lot to blow up like 3 massive towers. I think probably more than the explosives needed than you've got on your hand.
Perhaps I'm underestimating their scale here.
I think Lorenzo would know from working on the Leviathan ships before that their fuel, the refined electroplasm, is stored in tanks at the back, and it's highly flammable.
That sounds good.
Is it Leviathan blood or is it the normal electroplasm?
It's refined electroplasm. So I think that's just like all the blood and stuff. It gets refined and then becomes the final product, the energy, right? The electroplasm. So it's all like refined electroplasm, which is highly flammable.
I think the electroplasm is from the spirits.
Okay.
And then
So
Leviathan, but there's
oil.
like because there's like 2 fuel sources, and that's the common one, and then the Leviathan blood is like the really good stuff.
Yeah.
I can't remember what they use for their own fuel, though. Nice.
The refined blood, I imagine.
The blood.
That's what I read. So I think Lorenzo would share that with the crew, and then maybe suggest moving that way to target that. Or if Saffron's got any explosives, take out the towers of the base.
Oh, always.
Do you?
Like
you
your
just
knowledge
say
of this
that.
ship will
My bandolier of grenades, and I don't think Lorenzo ended up using my explosive tank and plasma cutter in the end. So, no, always got stuff ready. Don't worry. Or there might be a more nimble way to do things. Who knows?
Nimble.
Nimble. Do we get down below deck?
Are you bringing Avrathi with you, kind of Johnny English style, or are you?
Yeah.
Okay, you are.
Well, actually, I mean, depends what she.
The struggling hostage will obviously make it harder for you to be stealthy or fight or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the alternative is knock her out or kill her.
Just toss her over the side.
I've had manacles on my equipment sheet for a long time. Never really get used. Maybe just carries them out as a good luck charm.
Silas can't wait. All right, that's let Silas's BDSM freak flag fly. Go for it.
Honestly.
Yeah.
He's just a former copper.
To be fair, since we've not streamed these, I've not been asked just to answer if any of these NPCs are hot or not as well. It probably would have come up.
Good
by
point.
now.
It probably would. Well, I think Silas, perhaps he's sort of forgotten even that they're a part of his equipment belt. It's been so long since he's used them. And he hears
They're
a little
zero
jang.
load as well.
They are, yeah.
Nice.
Manacles and chain. Almost forgot I had these. It's so long since we resolved an altercation so peacefully. And he moves to manacle her, and I assume we can fashion some sort of gag without needing any equipment.
Yes, that's all fine. You can imagine that there is activity on this ship, so unless you like stuff her in a crate or something, she will be discovered relatively soon.
If there is an obvious place to do that, I think the crew will probably do that. But if not, then at least
a Dishonored style crate bin thing, yeah.
Yeah, so like perhaps a large fridge, like a chest freezer maybe. Something like that. Yeah, I don't know. If there's somewhere obvious, I think we would. But if there's not, perhaps we just use the time that it does buy us.
Yeah, all good. Yeah, all right. Let's go. Tempo.
Tempo.
Well,
Right,
Lorenzo,
below deck.
Near the ship.
Okay, so where are you going? Are you splitting the party?
Saffron, where do you want to go? Below deck to get to where?
Yes, below deck. We need to find. Can we ask her where if there's any valuable technology? Where all the best tech and explosives? Is she?
We just bound and gagged her.
Okay, well let's just read her eyes. Is there like a map, like a nice handy Blue Water-esque map of you're here and here's the route to this shop and.
I imagine Lorenzo would probably know the way from memory, because all the ships are pretty similar.
Yeah,
yeah, right.
And this is actually this is actually an Akarosi Leviathan hunting ship. It's actually not even though its name is Iruvian. This is actually not an Iruvian ship. So this is obviously something that they've had to get secondhand somehow from an Akarosi captain.
Nice. Well, I mean, do we move as one unit to the back of the boat then, or does Friedrich need to do something with her in the meantime? Do Lorenzo and Saffron slip off? Does Silas stay with Friedrich?
I think she can be knocked out or kept to the side or whatever, and then let's move on. No need to discuss anymore what we do with it.
Right.
Go.
Lovely.
Right, shall I lead a group action then to prowl?
Yeah.
Right, where are we heading?
Oh, God. Why prowl?
Head to the back to the tankers and plant a charge on those, like a timed explosive?
Yeah, I mean, the aim here is just to cripple them, and if they're all on board, then we can sink them. A better question, how are we getting back off the boat once we sink it?
That's a question for later.
We just use the scarab, throw it on the fog air, and bosh. So prowl to the back of the boat, blow up the tankers, head to the bridge, deal with the leadership. Campbell. Yeah, deal?
Deal.
Nice one.
Sounds like a slick operation. Let's find out.
Solid. So I think Lorenzo just turns and motions, does a hand motion to kind of, keep low and keep headed over. So everyone do a prowl roll, and then I take a stress for whoever fails, right?
Yeah.
Right. Position.
Risky.
Standard.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Jesus.
Sorry.
A success. Just one amongst us.
1, 1, and a 2.
Ouch.
Wow, jolly good.
It's not over yet.
Cool. Well, success with a consequence. I just roll for Friedrich. I know he's just messaged me. He's had to step away for a little bit, but I will roll for him.
I'm still here for now. But I might need to step away.
Okay, well, it looks like a 5 is the highest.
So 2 stress.
Yes, and a success with a consequence.
How's our sneaking go?
Yeah, so you're sneaking to where exactly?
The back of the ship where the fuel tankers are.
Okay. Well, you manage to circumnavigate the side of the ship, but you run into a patrol of Northhook sailors and a newly anointed red sash officer on a patrol wielding a red saber. The last time you saw one of these, you were tier 0.
Oh god. How we've changed.
So yeah, that is the consequence. What do you do?
We fight.
Blow pipe.
Fight.
It would be ideal actually if you can do that. Yeah.
Well, there's quite a lot of them. I guess it's going to be a group.
Another group action? Yeah.
Chuck grenade.
Breaking up a little bit there, Mikey.
Yeah, my internet's been a bit rubbish recently. What's going on?
We can have Silas lead a skirmish action if you like.
Let's do it.
Nice.
Let's do that. Group actions. We love that. I think Silas just draws his sword and stomps forward, muttering something about there's always more blood. Go on, then.
This could be our Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 hallway scene.
Yeah.
So I think hopefully this success in this could determine us being able to deal with it.
Yeah, I'm trying to think as well, because you're -1 effect, aren't you, for your harm?
Yes, but I ignore less effect. Or rather, yeah, so I move all my things. That's... Yeah.
So maybe it should have been a level 2 harm to actually have affected you at all.
Well, I don't think it should have been a level 2 harm because I have a bonus.
That's a great roll with 0 dice. Oh no. Alas.
Maybe that effect is impervious to that thing. Is that just because of physical prowess?
No, it's because I took a special ability
Called
Tough as Nails. Penalties are 1 harm level less severe.
Yeah, so I don't know if that should work for mental harms. If you're just because you're tough, but it's fine.
Mentally tough.
Yeah. It's fine.
It's all about what's in the grey.
We can roll it however you like. I can roll with it.
Saffron's got a nice little wheelchair maneuver now, which is just a little blade out and just a little sharp spin. He gets one of those, just again going for the calves. Yeah. That's his skirmish.
Oh, you got a 5 and a 6.
From a 0 dice, yeah. That's a pretty damn good roll.
Yeah.
What does your heart tell you, GM? I will roll with it.
I think the come down of the rage essence vial probably should have some effect, I guess. But in this instance, it would just be a case of, trading position for effect or something, or I'm sure you've got another way of pushing for more effect.
Yes. So I will... Well, I'll take it to desperate, but sure, why not? Let's do that. I'll take it as desperate.
Yeah. I mean, you've already got a 5 in the pool anyway, so you're not gonna. Yeah. Well, and actually, you will take the consequence. Oh, there you go. You got a 6.
Nice.
Yay!
No
right, and there was one fail, was there?
I'll just quickly do the Frida. Fredo. Everyone.
There's 2 stress because 2 failures.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Those blooming low dice.
Yeah, we're not skirmishy.
Some good rolls if it wasn't 0 dice.
Yeah.
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 I think that's why the group action thing is quite cool, isn't it? Like it sort of represents us all working together, even if some are less effective than others.
Yeah. I think given that you got the 6, that makes sense, right? Because you are going toe to toe with the red sashes officer. Not expect to who probably does like an Eruvian duelist's challenge kind of greeting, and you just come at him with the Zweihander.
Yeah, but you sort of bats the sword away and just gives him a big old slash. I think
smashes it to the floor.
Yeah, and
Rapier does not beat greatsword, does it?
And then the rest of the crew are kind of so shaken by that, sort of easily taken down by the rest of the crew. Lorenzo, you got your rifle out?
Yeah, I think I'd reverse hand it and just smack the guy with the stock.
Nice.
In the chest.
Nice. Okay, cool. So you've made it to the rear of the ship, the stern, as we say, where these big tanks of fuel are kept, and you can still hear Campbell over the tannoy delivering his sermon-like declarations of ownership over the docks.
Shut him up, don't we? He's doing a PR campaign against us. We need to shut him up and fast.
Yeah, I did enjoy. I'm on episode 2 of House of the Dragon, and I am enjoying how it is essentially like they're in their comms room and be like, they're saying this shit. We need to get out and say this shit. We need to send some fucking ravens to Daily Mail.
Yeah, there's some crisis comms going on.
Rhaenyra, do a piece in the Telegraph. It's fine. Go on.
Pretty much it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the one thing we never figured out is like time detonators. It's not really something we've ever clocked yet, but might have to. Oh. What are we looking at then? So it's just big tankers like start a GoldenEye, or we look what are we doing here?
Saffron, you mentioned last time you do have like a wire, so I'm picturing like an old school like TNT caller wire.
Yeah, that's possible.
I think we have done timed explosives before, and it was in the Foghound, I believe, or you
away from it. I can never quite rationalize it.
Or it's just one of these like stopwatches on a package explosive. Is that's old school.
Yeah, but again,
even Guy Fawkes managed to do a timer, so I think you can probably manage.
Yeah, I've come equipped with all my
line of gunpowder.
It's still a timer, isn't it? There's at every technology level, there's a way it can be done.
Deploys from the wheelchair.
I've come equipped with many bits of Sparkcraft tech, so I'm sure there's some kind of like on-off switch, if and system.
Boolean.
Something very Minecraft, something Boolean for sure. Yeah, I'd love to try and tinker a timed detonation.
How long do you want this to be?
Hour and a half.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be possible. I think in World War II they invented timed explosives to that kind of level.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Longest. Let's Google.
Like
That's the
minutes
problem.
or so, right?
We need
10 minutes.
We wanted to get to the bridge.
Yeah, and
timed.
then get off.
We need enough time for satisfying narrative resolution as well, so that needs to be factored in.
Or you can go here on the way out, and then scarab out to the ship, and you don't need to set it for like 30 seconds.
Yeah, but
True.
From where we are, we can plant it, bridge, scarab.
It's more drama if we have a timer going, isn't it?
Yeah.
We literally have a device for it, a thematic device. I was looking up. You keep on. Let me roll Tinker because I could just do absolutely nothing.
Olly, just do a clock and just have them set a random time, and just tick the clock off occasionally.
Well, look, I think. Well, let me roll this because then, if I roll like a critical 6, then we can say it's fucking loads of time. And if not, then we'll have to rethink it, I guess. What do you want me to roll for a tinker to devise a time contraption position?
Well, if you fail,
even fail, it just fails to. It just. But I'm just going to create the timer, so if it fails, it just doesn't fucking happen. Is my kind of thinking. I'm just literally trying to create the actual. See how good I can make it. If I can actually make something that actually works.
I'm
not going to set it at this point.
There's no such thing in this game as nothing happens.
What about if you succeed, then you set it for the time you want, and if you fail, then it's an unknown time. It'll just go off whenever. It's unstable. Or that with the consequence.
We say nothing happens. We've had a couple of things where we just couldn't do it again. What was the last time? We'd just tried something and it's so low stakes. There are things that aren't, it's not the end of the world.
This is the opposite of low stakes. This is supposed to be super high stakes. Last episode of the campaign.
That's fine. Well, I'm going risky then, and I'm going to use it.
It's a bomb on a fuel tank in a room you're in.
I'm not saying it off yet. Okay.
Yeah, but if something works
down, I'm
wrong,
cracking on. I push myself, so I'm going to +1 die as well. And there we go.
Woo.
Okay, fine. See, right.
So
I've crafted some kind of, I've crafted a good device. So now it's just up to DMs to determine how long we've got. 15 minutes.
Well, it's a 6, so let's say you have enough time to do what you want to do, right?
Sweet.
Yeah.
Let's all have a nap.
Nice.
I think it's mainly been devised from. Yeah, there's a lot of wiring and the like a Sparkcraft Plus. I guess it's kind of like you can leave the little Sparkcraft thing kind of tickling, and if it flying and it catches. So yeah, there's not enough little delays.
Is it one of those monkeys with the symbols?
Yeah.
Something like that.
He's,
For sure.
he's turned into Jinx, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, cool.
Got
Now where are you headed?
Battery.
Saffron, no.
So yeah, like it then sparks. All the rest of the ship really. We've got to find out where fucking the tannoy is, and we've got to just go get him really. And as we leave this room, if I can just do a class that's wreck the door so no one can get in, like destroy the lock or whatever, do something, smash it in so it can't. A classic jammer job.
Nice, cool.
But yeah, I guess we go. I mean, we've got to find Campbell.
Well, Lorenzo knows the ship.
And we're right at the stern where the fuel tanks are. So where's Campbell most likely to be? The bridge, let's say. So where's the bridge? Is there like a bit in front of us, the stairway up?
Yeah, I reckon classic kind of top of the back bridge tower situation. So you've got to go into the depths of the ship to go up.
Gotcha.
We're in the belly of like an Eruvian flagship, so Saffron definitely thinks there's got to be some kind of stash, some kind of treasure, some kind of real good Eruvian stuff. Is there like a storage room or a hull? Is like a known space that's like the place to keep the coolest shit? Can we go via there?
I think Lorenzo would tell you there is. But it's all at the bottom, right at the bottom deck.
Yeah.
Usually where all the good stuff's stored.
Well, that's
Are we not on the bottom already?
Isn't that where the Leviathan like stuff is stored though?
Yeah.
Not the cool like. It's not like where the valuables are kept.
That is the valuables. That's the most valuable.
Saffron,
All in
I shall
little
make you a
jars
deal.
and stuff.
You can take whatever trophies you want from our former Inspector Campbell. The spoils should be yours.
Let's roll.
Yeah, Campbell's the real prize. Real prize.
Prize asshole.
Nice. Are you prowling again, or
Yeah,
or...
should we?
Yeah,
prowl?
have you
How
got
do you wanna
the
do it?
have you got the stress to do? Can you deal with this, Lorenzo? Have you got the
Yeah, I've got-
capacity? So...
I've got 4 stress to burn.
Okay.
We can I can take it.
We group prowling again?
I think so.
Let's do it.
The session of the group action.
That's the safest way to be.
It's
we
very
have mastery, by
like
the way.
nippy. I like it. Yeah. Are you what? Sorry, Larry?
We got mastery, don't we?
In terms of
We
Like,
didn't
we
in
get
the
4
end.
pips in one thing,
We didn't in the end. We got the boat.
but you
oh,
can't.
yeah, you got the extra boat.
You can't like do your XP in the session.
We wouldn't have got another crew XP by then.
Okay.
I'm sure we got a couple pips, but we wouldn't
Alright,
have leveled
rally
up the
time.
whole crew. Let's do it. Another prowl.
Gosh.
I
Prowl.
don't feel good about this.
Success
I do
with
have one pip in prowl, which
consequences.
is nice. Yeah. Oof. Sorry. I rolled better with 0 dice.
Friedrich can prowl well.
Well, now you've said it.
Let's check that stat.
He's got like 2, doesn't he? I believe.
Yeah, 1 I think. No, 2. Yeah, you're right, 2. Okay, cool. So it's a success with a consequence.
I know my crewmates.
Just one stress there. Apologies.
Nice.
Um,
What a result.
and and as you prowl through the Lorenzo, the memory coming back to you, you've sort of maneuvered through these corridors. Maybe it's a different class of Leviathan ship than you're used to, but you kind of know the general layout. and you maneuver through the labyrinthine steel iron corridors. But the consequence is you get to the steps that lead to the bridge. And you're like, aha! I know this now. I don't even know if you would have been on the bridge before, but you know how to get there. And you turn around, Saffron is not there. Saffron, you perhaps the tight confines and the right angles in the ship. Your wheelchair is not made for these kind of taking these angles, and you end up in this corridor, and you hear a familiar voice behind you. Saffron, Monkshood? I thought it was you who rolled past.
It's quite a rare device. Not many other people are as equipped and recognizable as myself. I'm thinking about it, not the best move for a smuggling agency, but who are you? Step out of the shadows.
It's someone steps out of a side room, and it is Arvis Blackburn, your whisper friend.
Whisper friend.
At the start of the session, I was going to ask, with all the ghosts going on, why the hell didn't we bring Arvis? Yeah. I'm so glad he's just turned up.
Oh yes, he was.
Or maybe
he came to the Deathlands.
Yes, I love your control F, your obvious control F.
Why is he? He's not moving. No, it all just comes back to my brain. It's really crazy. Scan my memories. They're that good. Why do you think I take exception notes? Arvis, what are you doing down here?
You can see him holding like sort of whispery sort of paraphernalia, and he sort of gestures to the room that he's in. He's like, "Well, why don't you come and have a look?" And as you go into this chamber that he's in, and you see standing in the middle, on sort of chains, is that Red Sash's hull that was on show at that party all that time ago, that you never managed to track down. It seems to be.
Everyone's eyes light up with delight.
And it seems to be standing sort of on standby mode almost, but you can kind of see the steam hissing out of sides and things. And he says, I was hired by the North Hook Company to maintain this hull and the spirit within. Sort of boring work for a whisper, really, but I'm not proud.
How do you feel about doing something a bit more exciting then?
Well, I have to admit, you guys always have more exciting work for me than anyone else. I'll be interested, not gonna lie.
We've got a bit of a skirmish up ahead. We could do with some extra firepower. How close is this thing to being active? And can I get my grubby little hands in there?
He says, well, he's active when he needs to be. We just have to awaken the spirit within. But the Red Sashes, they, or whoever they are now, they don't exactly give it much reason to be joyful, let's say. So we try to keep it in a calm state.
Let's see if we can give it some joyful excitement then, shall we? Doesn't sound like you're having a good time down here. Let's bring it alive. Let's do it. Let's take it up the air. I need to catch up with the rest of the team. We could do with a device like this to back up our firepower.
Well, I don't think you understand, Saffron, what the nature of a hull is. The spirit is sworn to service to the Red Sashes. It's not going to suddenly switch sides.
I think I can talk passionately about how awful those people are. Can you help me communicate with the spirit, or can you relay a message?
He says, I will make it sort of perceive your voice. That's what you mean. And he kind of holds a hand out to it, and you can see it like shudder, and then the pistons firing a bit.
Spirit, this is no afterlife for you. You would have imagined a life of adventure and good deeds. Your life may have ended, but your afterlife can be put to good use. These red sashes mean nothing but harm for the people of Dustfall. I'm sure you have loved ones still living who would benefit from these bastards being taken down. If you follow us and help us dismantle this crew, you'll do the people of Dustfall a good deed and do something marvelous with the life you have left to live, even as a hull.
You see its sword arms twitch.
Jesus.
And kind of a hissing noise comes from its, what you would think of its head as, which has kind of been shaped in the shape of like a Naruvian helm. And then Arvis says, it certainly shares your sentiment, but you're going to have to offer it something that it can't get elsewhere. And from my experience, the one thing that hulls all want that they're never given is the absence of existing in their metal cage.
Absolutely. Do this for us, Spirit, and I will peacefully end your servitude and see you off with honor and dignity, and release you from this immortal bound, and give you peace at last. Come fight for us, one last hurrah, and then you'll be free.
I know these great gals who can totally destroy your spirit.
Exactly, they can totally sort you out.
Just ask my friend Lorenzo. I want you to do me a roll. Controlled position.
Of I could do
This
sway.
sounds like a tinker.
I mean, it's not really. It's more. I wish it was, but it's not really. It's more just using. It's more of a sway, really, isn't it? I have a pip and sway, and I will. But oh god, sorry.
Because
I'll push
it's not
myself.
because you're not like talking to a machine. Couldn't you like say it's tinker?
Well, it's weird because
That's
it's the
super
spirit.
pushing
We're communing with the spirit. I'm not doing anything actually technical. It is the actual hull zone inhabited by a ghost spirit. That's kind of just like
You are just communicating.
in it. Like with a soul, yeah, it really is. It's just, yeah.
I would accept like in one sense you could say a tune. Obviously, I think tinker in a sense like you are dealing with something mechanical.
I mean, if you let me roll tinker, I'd love to roll tinker. You know, I would.
Yeah, I mean, you seem to not know much about hulls.
Oi.
Well, we could say, part of being a leech means that you would have knowledge about them, right?
And your Sparkcraft connections and whatnot.
Yeah.
I mean, if while we're talking, I'm like, poking at it and tweaking it and twizzling it and giving it little upgrades, just giving it a bit of.
Yeah, you could say that you're giving it a little tweak, a loving tweak.
Yeah, a little electric bolt.
Just give it oil bath like C-3PO.
Yeah, exactly. All right, I will roll tinker. I will push myself. Position you said was controlled.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Standard.
Standard, lovely. Come on, Ghosty. Be a good boy. Oh yes, nice.
All right.
The consequence.
Well, with controlled, consequences are near negligible. Fortunately for you. But
He's
I
got
think
knife hands after all.
yeah, it's got knife hands. Yeah, he's who is it in the MCU? Is it Mick? Who's the fish
Mick.
with the metal hands, sword hands?
Not a fish. He's more a bug. He's not a fish.
Oh, is he? Yeah.
He's a little insect guy.
All right, Mick.
Oh, Mick.
Oh, Mick's alive.
Oh, Mick's alive. Brilliant.
So we'll say that the controlled consequence is that you and Arvis now have to take the time to unshackle it and kind of fully awaken the spirit. And I have to make it a little bit 40k because you've come across a spirit in incorporated dreadnought in the bowels of a ship. So
yeah,
nice.
Feels appropriate.
Meanwhile, Silas, Lorenzo, and Friedrich go towards the bridge.
You mentioned before we left off that we noticed Saffron missing from us. Do we get to go look for him, or which one of us noticed? Do we all notice?
I'd say you, Lorenzo, because you were leading the group action, I guess.
Then as I turn and notice, I stop and motion to Silas and Friedrich. Old man, gone. That. And then kind of wait in response for their reply. What they think we should do. Press on or save the old man?
I don't believe that old man should ever be left alone. He is quite liable to get himself killed at the most inopportune moment.
You are on a timer, though.
We are.
With an objective to complete.
Well, we don't leave a man behind, do we? Damned Emporium stick together.
Not this one. I think Silas certainly would care enough. Be willing to take the risk.
Okay, you all go back and sit in the room and wait for Saffron.
Well, we might not be successful.
How exciting!
I think we would try.
I'm sure you could find him if you wanted to. You just had to retrace the steps.
It's not very exciting, but I do think it's very in character that.
Why don't you just do a classic? Why don't you do a classic? Send Gus off to hunt down where you guys progress. How about that?
Oh, maybe that works. That feels like a balance.
Yeah.
Where we're not doing absolutely nothing, like we don't give a shit about him, but we're not just doing the
Still continuing the adventure.
Don't we just retrace our steps, find him, then carry on? Or is he like super far away? Is he super lost?
No, he was just fell behind. But the question is, would you go and sit and wait for him to faff around with this hull, or would you go and get a move on, knowing that you set a timer to blow up the ship?
I was picturing we go back and find him, and then he's done that already. But if that's the case, then I'd think we press on.
Yeah, I think either way, the consequence is that he will be delayed getting to the bridge.
Fair play.
Fair play.
In that case, fuck the old man. Move on. Press on. Rifle up.
I think more like he can take care of himself.
Yeah.
He tries very hard.
He's
not managed to do it yet.
Well, worse. That's what exactly.
He's got that wheelchair, Yeah. Keeps him safe.
Onwards, then.
As long as the enemy is turned their back and is running in the opposite direction, he's a menace. A menace to society.
The scythe wheels and the Gatling blowpipe turret.
Okay, well, you get aboard the bridge, and you see that it has been bedecked in a, to the best of their ability, it's sort of a faux Iruvian layout. And you see, standing at different stations, you see the dreaded Inspector Campbell, no longer Inspector Campbell, not looking as sharp as he used to. He's quite disheveled. He's got like a greying, stubbly beard growing, but he's got quite a nice Iruvian cloak that he wears, and he has his cane as always. And then you can see, standing facing you, you see the ex-leader of the Red Session now, back to life red sashes, and you can see her. And you can see her like strapped across her is like a bandolier of like many potions. The Eruvians love their potions.
The alchemical. So we prowled up here, so we're still stealthy. We've got the drop of them, is that right? Or have they noticed us?
I think they obviously do notice you, all barging in.
Okay.
And then standing at the wheel of the ship is a figure that you have not seen, but an Iruvian woman resplendent in Iruvian garb, clearly the captain of this vessel and leader of the Northhook Company, Ramada Ibn Ramab.
Looking pretty badass.
And as you enter, she turns to face you, wielding a brace of pistols, Michelet pistols, which I've learnt are an Ottoman style of gun. Ooh. So very kind of elaborate, gilded, and kind of they're really long and thin.
Cool.
Mm.
Well then.
A chode pistol.
And she says, "What are you doing aboard my ship? You have come to die."
Well, one might say, what are you doing in our bay? Sneaking in, trying to take all the glory.
The Northhook Company has maintained this bay for over a generation. And now it will serve Iruvia and make us equals in this damned city. And we should kill you as well to make sure this happens.
Couldn't think of anything to say that's not super quippy.
Shepherd's fire.
Yeah, I wanted to say something, but it was going to be like, "Here, I'd like to see you try." I was like, no. I think just the grit and determination sets in as they realize this is going to be a real fight.
Amber, you son of a bitch.
Yes, it's Mylera is still tier 2, Campbell is obviously still tier 3, and Ramara, a Leviathan Hunter, is tier 5.
Woo! 5!
Woo!
So what do you do?
What tier are we again? 6, 7?
69.
Yeah, you're tier 7, so you know just get extreme effect on everything, really.
Tier 7 god.
Yeah, fireball. Cast fireball.
Well. Who's the most tempting target, and why is it none of them?
Who acts, or do we just who'd be most likely to act, do you think, first?
Well, she has her pistols out and is going to open a fire. Mylera will grab one of her alchemicals. Campbell's not really much of a fighter, and he's also worse for wear than normal, so he's probably the least threatening out of the three of them. There's also a couple of red sash officers as well.
I think I don't know what we do it in whatever order we like. Maybe the gunfighters actually probably are the first to act. I think Silas would go for who he perceives to be the leader in the room, which because he doesn't really know who Mylera is or that she's strong and dangerous, but appears to be Ramara. So he would probably be heading that way. Also, he doesn't really like getting shot because he can't do that much about it. So yes, he'd probably
weapon, my lord.
Making all haste towards the woman with the pistols.
All right, Nice. Well, give me a roll.
Well, now, I want to use all my things, but I'm conscious that I might need to reserve some resources in this battle. But we will.
Cool.
He will draw his sword.
Take an
Perhaps hope
assist
to.
die.
What? Sorry.
Take an assist die from Lorenzo.
yes.
I'll definitely be firing some suppressive fire as you charge.
One assumes this is a desperate all the way. Every roll shall be a desperation. Now the effects, I've got less effect. She's the same tier, but I've got a +1 weapon.
Oh, who you attacking? Ramara?
Yes.
Yeah, she's tier 5 because she's
Oh, she's the tier 5 one.
she's
Okay.
she's Leviathan Hunter. Yeah.
Roger. Yes. Well, he still that's what he would have done. So off he goes. So it's going to basically start at limited or 0.
Well, I would say she's Leviathan Hunters are not like fighters necessarily as their primary source of power. So I'm going to say limited is yeah, it's fine.
It was limited. Now I can't actually push position for effect.
Not at desperate, no.
But is there anything I can do? Let's think. I think what I shall do is I shall push myself. And the way that I would like to make this relevant is in the my not to be trifled with, the one that lets me fight the gang. It's that feat of superhuman strength or whatever. I think what it is that Silas is so quick off the mark, unexpectedly so, that he has an opportunity to get in there more effectively.
Yeah.
And that could, so I'll mark the push myself for that.
Surprised by your trifle.
Hey, trifle.
Trifle's always a surprise because why would you pick a trifle when you could have a good
Another
decide,
layer.
Oh, the trifle.
Cool. So we'll say it's standard.
The sponge at the bottom.
Beef sauté with peas and onions.
And we're going to have a bonus dice from the helping.
Meat good. Jello good.
Oh!
Hey.
Oh.
Oh, he's getting. Have you not rolled a 6 today? Just checking.
I believe I have not rolled a 6. Yes, one of my rolls. To be fair, the 6s have been generally a plenty today, haven't they?
All right, cool. Well, I'll give her a clock because she is a boss. Literally and mechanically. Let's do it. But a 6 is 3 successes.
Whoa.
Takes her down to half health, insofar as this game has health. As you manage to, I think what you say happens. Your speed off the mark surprises her, so her pistol shots go wide. Stupid long pistols, anyway. No good for close quarters. She wouldn't know that because she's an aristocrat. You know it because you live on the streets. And you manage to get in. And maybe you go in with the who's the guy from For Honor with the big sword, the Highlander,
the big pommel strike.
You go in with the pommel strike, yeah, and she gets knocked back. Cool. Well, let's do Lorenzo. Do something, and then
So I'm thinking, I'm gonna use my prowl to attack by ambushing with close violence.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna do that by, I imagine there's like you said Iruvian kind of architecture and whatnot decorated. So I'm imagining there's like a big fancy chandelier, you know.
It's more like sort of Middle Eastern vibes.
But like a central light. Is there something like that?
I guess so, yeah.
My idea is to shoot it, taking the light out of the room, distracting people, and then kind of going in for a clean sweep on Ramara after Silas has.
Okay.
Yeesh. Position?
Desperate.
Assume desperate till told otherwise.
So I'm a bit of a daredevil. So when I roll a desperate action, I get 1+1 die to the roll, but I also take 1 minus die to any resistance roll. I'm gonna go ahead with that.
Okay.
Standard effect or limited, actually?
So let me think.
I'm using my fine long rifle, but it is unwieldy in close quarters, so that
Yeah.
probably cancels the effect out.
And you
less
just turn the
effect
lights
because
off as
my-
well.
True.
And you're shooting into melee as well. Let's say limited effect. And actually, you're still level 1 harm, right? So your reduced effect is reduced by
Yeah.
1 as well.
Indeed.
Yes. You want a devil's bargain? Some
Yeah.
extra effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Why
does.
not, eh?
Any consequences? It hits Silas.
I really do. Yeah, I thought so.
I could push myself alternatively, but I've only got 3 stress boxes left, so Devil's Bargain might be a better shout. How do you feel, Silas?
I won't complain if you go with it. It's spicy.
Okay, nice. Okay, let's do it then. Take 1 bonus die. Ugh.
Oh my god.
You would have been limited effect, by the way, not standard, because you started at 0 effect.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I think you, with a limited effect, I think you do manage to chip a segment off of her.
Nice.
Yeah.
Get some.
That's maybe the.
I think
Go on.
Lorenzo's just like, lights out. Good night, sweetheart.
Yeah, the shot goes. I think the shot goes wide, but it hits like panel, and sparks like fly out and go
It
into
ricochets.
ricochet.
Nice.
Cool. Well, Malira takes out her first potion and lobs it. Let me roll a fortune dice to see who she lobs it at. It is Silas.
Here we go.
Give me a good potion, Saffron.
Oh god, I mean, we've used a classic. I don't know. Give me
Fire
ideas.
essence.
The
still.
fire, but wouldn't do it on a boat. You would put a potion. Quite a good one could be quite. Skullfire is pretty mean.
Whoa.
As toxic fumes from heated Leviathan blood, pretty cool. Cause incapacitating mind.
It's pretty
Yeah. All right,
on theme.
we'll have a go at that, shall we?
And it's pretty mean.
Yeah, let's
That
have a
is-
go at that.
As it's never come into play straight in. That is the chemical. That is the chemical that Saffron is immune to, but can exhume from his skin, but has never used it once in the whole campaign, which is a bit of a shame. But there we go.
Well, she rolled a double 3, so swing and a miss.
Whiffed.
Maybe she doesn't want to hit Ramara, so that she goes wide. And then I think Campbell whips out his little pistol, takes a shot, 3 dice.
You little bastard.
You little bastard.
Off
hits
my
you,
bloody boat.
hits you, Silas. Pew, pew, with his little pea shooter in the back.
Oh dear.
Yeah, that is a level 1 harm.
It's level 1 harm. Well, my level 1 harms are full.
Oh.
Well, assuming we're keeping my bruised knuckles from previous session, which I haven't done anything about. So, so there's actually no
Bruised
benefit
knuckles.
to me resisting it, I guess.
If you do, then it will be reduced to 0 harm. So
Oh, so it will because it's a level.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, in that case, yes. It's I'll expend one of my armor charges as it hits
Nice.
one of his armor plates Fortunately, this armor, the heavy armor, has plates on the back as well.
Nice. All right. Well, I'll do one more round of Silas and Lorenzo, and then Saffron will arrive.
All right. Lorenzo, you want to go first?
All right.
Yes. I think using the darkness, maybe Ramara's firing off still, firing shots, and in the muzzle flashes, you see Lorenzo dashing between the panels and whatnot. Gonna go for Ramara again, and just give her a little right hook, maybe a jab.
Okay.
Position desperate.
It's gonna
Effect.
Yeah, it's gonna be 0 again.
I'll push myself using burning 2 stress to punch her in the face.
He's trying to steal your kill.
If he does it with his bare hands, then fucking hell yeah.
Oh!
Whoa,
Go on, you bastard.
baby!
That's the first crit in a while.
Wow. What is a crit on a limited effect?
that is troublesome, isn't it?
Yeah.
1-inch punch.
Yeah.
Just punch her in the fucking throat. Eesh. Does the crit just up the effect?
Yeah, usually actually. Yeah.
If you are pondering whether or not she should be incapacitated from the punch or not, perhaps it could also, maybe it hurts her, but it also staggers her, making her quite a vulnerable target, or something like that.
Yeah.
Or if you just fucking, that's pretty sick too. Limited crit, tricky.
Well, a limited success last time was 1 thing off the clock, right?
Yeah, that's true.
That was using a rifle though, not just a punch.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's do 1 segment off the clock, and then like you can have like a bonus effect, kind of thing. Like the whole critty hitty table. Like she could be staggered or drops like one of her guns or something.
Can I say like I snap her arm or something?
Sure, with a punch.
Oh no, it would. Maybe not a punch, but in the darkness, gets up behind her. Does a bit of not Krav Maga, but some brutal street fighting. Just breaks the arm from behind.
Yeah.
Pushing her forward for Silas to deal with. Finish her off.
All right, cool. I actually didn't even let her have a turn as well. The others have a turn, but she didn't get a turn. But
Too big a target.
She can have a turn now if you like.
Well, I'm in 2 minds really about. It's not part of the rules.
It's a bit like the other 2 are not engaged, so it makes sense they have a turn. But if you are unsuccessful in your action, that's sort of them having their turn, isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Because your success means that you are like nullifying her attacks. Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas I'd take harm if there was a consequence. Well, Silas will obviously pounce on the opportunity. I haven't got that much juice left in the tank, and he's probably fatiguing a bit. So I think this is just going to be a normal roll as it is. Which I assume will be limited effect. So we have to.
Yeah.
But I think we can assume she's probably vulnerable enough that if you're successful.
I think like a 4-up on a limited is going to get you that that 1 segment.
All right, let's hope we can do that. Well, I mean, fair enough.
Nice.
Only 3 dice this time. At least you can't blame my stacking effects.
Well, I'm sorry, viewers. I really wanted a climactic, tense finale, but these guys keep rolling 6s. So it's an anticlimactic climax. Cool. Well, you stab her in the face, and she's dead. So
Deadies.
there you go. cool.
I think there could still be something of a cool moment in success. It's
Yeah.
not drama, but
Yeah, another head on the gallery, and then Saffron bursts in with his sword fighting mech, who is desperately needed in this fight.
Yes, there's still people alive, right?
As you plow down the rest of these people in the room,
Saffron enter like Pippin on Treebeard.
pretty much.
A little bit, yeah. Did it
Yeah.
need to go on the wheelchair, or is
it's
it
dangerous, right?
pretty self piloting?
The hull, yeah, the hull's got
No,
legs.
by itself.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a
Nice,
dreadnought.
okay. Pretty strong. So
Soldier.
it definitely like smashes down the door. I think I've decided it has like this level can have like it can climb walls and stuff. So it definitely scampers up a wall and leaps at the nearest target.
That's its trait, right? Spider climb.
Spider, yes, spider legs. It can get spider climb.
Just jams
Pretty
its
cool.
swords into the sides of the wall, like tearing
Yeah.
the metal.
Yeah.
Who's it?
fucking
Who's
awesome.
it going after first? Well, maybe we should roll. 'cause
Who's
it's-
left?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's not controlling it as such. Who's left?
Well, everyone apart from Mara, but I imagine who would it hate more? Probably
Yeah,
Mylera
that's what I was
more
thinking.
because she's been probably ordering it about.
Wasn't she just down though?
No, the other one was.
Then yeah, the whole spider ends and flips off a wall and leaps at my Lyra.
Nice.
Oh, I've not rolled proper skirmish. I'll roll for it. It's got 3 skirmish. So I'll just roll 3 dice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where is wait a minute. Oh, it's there. Here we go. Yeah. Alright, 5s. Yeah.
All right, nice. Yeah, this hull bursts in the room, wielding its and immediately leaps onto the ceiling with its sword jammed into it, and then just slams down onto Mylera, and you just hear the slicing of flesh, and her scream cut short.
Ew.
Oh, damn.
And the revenge of a tortured spirit is a scary sight. Saffron, what are you what are you what are you doing?
I mean, he just wheels in through the smashed entrance, and what do we see? We see, I guess the inspector's still looming large, right?
Yeah, and there's 2 more Red Sash officers who are looking terrified as their hull has turned against them.
Are we in quite a big space, or are we in a
How many
more
zones?
of an enclosed? I think how mobile I can be.
It's like a ship's bridge. You'll be able to wheel around a little bit. I think Campbell...
We've ascended. I'm getting a sense of, obviously there's a ticking time bomb down below. We made our way. We're nearer the top now. We're at least on the incline out, aren't we?
You're at the top, like the bridge is like at the top.
I'll go for like I'll just go for a classic. Just chuck just a bandolier full of we'll go for max damage. I'll chuck a bandolier of what we're talking about. Bear with me.
Do a Saffron special, just chuck the whole bandolier. Like you did
I
in
think
the
so, but
veterans.
it's mainly for but we're talking about a bit of fire oil, some fire oil here. We're gonna go with some proper fire oil. Maybe we'll return fire. Maybe we'll throw the poison, the skull fire fumes at those guys as well. I got some skull fire on me.
Right, well, whatever it is, pick
Return
it.
fire, mate. Let's do it. Right, bandolier. Let's take some skull fire. Got to keep it all straight. Right, finesse that baby. Wait, no, not finesse. What do we do? Finesse. Employ subtle sleight of hand. I'll use finesse for my thing. What do you want me to roll for throwing a bandolier? I'm sure I rolled finesse last time. That's why I've got so many pips in it.
Yep, finesse is fine.
Lovely. Position. Desperate.
Yeah,
Effect.
standard.
So I'm going for the schmucks. Why not push myself again, eh? Got stress
boy.
to spare at this point.
Yeah, maybe I was too generous in letting you all indulge again
Oh no!
for nothing. Oh wow.
Oh no! It's happened.
Well, that's some failures.
Well, good thing I didn't use
you-
fire then.
This is what I needed. I needed Saffron to be in the room if somebody was going to take harm.
Oi!
Needed to be Saffron.
Oi!
The dice were waiting.
Explosives at close quarters.
Yeah.
Has it ever failed before?
I've been rolling very well for a few sessions now. I was due a
We've all been on a hot streak. That's the thing.
Yeah. I was due stuff up.
Consequence.
So it was a bandolier full of skullfire, so I was lobbing it, wheeling in and lobbing it. So
It's not actually fire. It's the thing that makes it's the migraine thing.
no, skullfire. It's powder. It's powder. So
Okay.
so that's one bonus.
That sounds horrible.
It's a poison.
So
Poison
it's
powder.
just mind on
Yeah, but at least it's not gonna. I mean, it's overly heated Leviathan blood.
tasty.
Yeah, I think whatever it is, Iruvians being well versed in alchemicals, they managed to dodge the projectile, the thrown item, and the red sashes just come at you, I'm afraid.
Of course they do.
And I think as they see Mylera cut down, they probably want to get off this bridge, and you're in their way, so they just come at you and attack you with their sabers and give you one of your favourite level 3
classic
harms.
Saffron fucks up a throw and you get stabbed in the face. I will resist the harm.
Okay.
Didn't we say? Oh no, almost 2 pips. So I can't have that because I've already used some shit. So that's fine. How do you resist harm again? You just roll your lowest.
Click.
Attribute, was that?
It'll be the physical one. So click prowess.
But it's oh yeah, resist consequence. Okay, cool. So it doesn't matter that it's not my lowest.
It's the type.
What was the lowest thing? Type.
You're thinking
Okay,
of
cool.
indulging
Ooh.
vice.
Ooh, is that good? Oh, so for 6 stress minus the highest hours. Okay, cool. That's good. So
Yeah.
You actually
no
clear
stress,
it.
but
When
Oh yeah,
roll
because you've got a
crit-
oh
crit.
right, you clear a
clear
stress.
one stress.
Never done that before.
So
That's exciting.
So you reduce it to a level 2
I'm back,
harm.
baby.
You reduce it to a level 2 harm
Cool.
stabbed. But somehow
And
being
it's very
stabbed,
relaxing, apparently.
Yeah, apparently being you're invigorated by this, by your victory.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah.
It's like, oh, I've overcome that. Well, nothing can take me down now.
You mentioned that you're immune to the skullfire, right? So you threw a bunch of skullfire. Maybe you got a high off the skullfire.
Maybe. That's fair.
You've been sipping on the skullfire.
Yeah.
Yeah, does sound good. I'm going to take that considering I've not used my venomous ability once
Yeah.
in the SI campaign. I'll take it.
Well, we have 11 minutes left. Inspector Campbell.
It's away.
He activates his his batsuit.
Batarang.
Flies out the window. I'll be seeing you boys again.
For season 3.
No, I think he just puts up his pistol and he says, "I've come to the end of my. This was my last chance of redemption, and it lies blooded on the floor. The last thing I can do in my life before it ends is to kill you now."
But maybe there's another way, Inspector. Let it go. Is it just him left and us, or is there a couple more people with him, or
Yeah,
or
pretty
Mylena's
much.
with him? I suppose.
No. They're all dead, Michael. They're all
Oh
dead.
yes, of course. The
They're all dead, and you're invigorated because you got stabbed. None of
yes,
this makes
but
sense.
sniffed some skullfire.
Yeah. No, he's been broken by this. What's he's just seen in front of him. He was at the height of victory, and it was all completely taken away within the space of 10 seconds. All that's left to him now is his revenge. against use.
True.
Against
I would
use
say if there's any way to get it, we might. Well, it's tough, isn't it? Sure, but I think I might need him alive just to fucking do another tannoy announcement saying, actually, they're all really good. Don't worry about it. But also, the ship's had to blow up, so there's no tannoy left. So
that's true.
Probably.
Yep. All right. What do you do with him? Decision time.
Let me try and
Go on,
incapacitate him.
Saffron. Where's the cool one-liner?
You blow hard and a blow pipe him. There you go. Right.
You belong in a
Not
museum.
good.
You blow piping with what?
Oh, classic standstill. Going for the old paralysis move.
The second time he gets paralysis.
Not that again.
Here we go.
Okay. Well.
Let's see what we can do with him.
So the ship's about to explode. So what do you do with him?
Well, I haven't rolled my action yet. I might fuck it up.
Oh, Silas,
I'm
what about
already-
you cuff
I'm
him
already-
to the ship?
I mean, yeah, it could be.
I don't think Silas is in that much of a state to do anything now. Like, he's had his rage, he's had his fatigue, he's had some fighting, and now I think he's covered in blood and having a bit of a moment.
I succeeded at blow darting him with a pipe, but not.
Okay. Well, you take a level 2 bullet to the arm as a price for blow darting him.
Falls asleep on me. Like classic. Just...
Yeah.
This is where Campbell just kills us all.
I can ask the hull to. The hull is pretty strong. It's got feats of strength. I can ask the hull to carry Campbell away with us, unless the party
With
feels
his
like
sword
dispatching him. I
hands.
don't know why. With his sword, Edward Smith. You can like cradle him in the crook. If these are blades, there's a crook here. We could get him in the crook under the.
So yeah, if you want
Under
some
the
Campbell
blade hand, I think
sushi.
that's fine.
All right.
I don't know.
well,
For some reason, the guy's so pathetic. I almost don't feel like killing him at this point, which is rare for me. I feel like
I know the
don't
reason why you don't want to kill him. And it's
Well,
not
it's not that, but also. I don't. You know what? It's like the thing I've kind of let it go. The animosity and the. But unless everyone else wants to dispatch them or leave him here to die, also got no problem with that either.
Well,
Okay.
let's say that you get him like that, and you use the scarab to teleport Shunt back to the Foghound. You put away, and then the Sambuk Al Sarakai explodes, lighting up the sky.
What do we do with Campbell though? Just leave him.
He's with us.
You got him. You got him with you.
Oh, okay.
He just seemed a bit pathetic at the last bit. You know what I mean?
Surprised we've not killed him. He stabbed us both multiple
I
times.
Me
sort of
too.
kind of like that ending because I feel like it adds a little note to all of the bloodthirst, you know, like all of the fighting and killing, and then at the end of it, there's just a sort of broken man.
Yeah.
Even we PCs don't just kill our mortal foe.
Yeah.
It's not true
One
poetry, but I think it adds a touch, just a touch of
A
it's
smidge.
not the D&D we're playing here.
Yeah, it's a drop in the of nobleness.
See, we're
in
good
the
guys.
bucket of-
We're good guys, really. Spirit wardens. Look, we didn't kill them all.
There's one guy who wished to die, and therefore we didn't give it to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Well, that is the end. I guess next time we'll do a little bit of a character epilogue.
Yeah.
What happens? What you guys do next? And then we can do a little bit of a campaign debrief. Talk about Blades, what we liked, what we didn't like, etc., etc.
Sounds good. I can't believe we've done it. I know it was a touch easier than would have made it dramatic, but
Still fun.
did
Still
it.
plenty going down. It's but it's kind of nice. Like, whereas the rest, that's why it's kind of nice ending it, quote unquote, because like the rest of them, you do feel like you ended like the story. It's nice thinking like, and their adventures carried on. Doesn't necessarily have to be like they nuked the world. Like, it's just like, cool. Well, that exists and carries on, and they've got control of the bay.
Yeah,
They've risen.
I did put my money on you guys actually taking command of this ship, and I was going to give you like an immediate bump to like tier 4, but you blew it.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that plan. Well, it just seemed like I guess it just seemed like it'd be a bit convenient to say we go out, we kill every single Eruvian and Red Sash, and that's done. It seemed like
and we are the ship takers.
Let's just make it. It is kind of our thing, but it's more. I did forget, but it's more like let's just say they're done, because otherwise we've let them go once before. It's classic, termination.
I think we were intimidated by the ship, thinking the only way to be sure, the only way to give ourselves another advantage. Had those rolls not gone ridiculously well, we very well might have been easily dead or near dead at the end, and then the fact that we had a bomb on the ship might have given us the chance to survive or escape or win.
Yeah, every desperate consequence that you could have taken probably would have been a level 2 or 3 harm. Yeah,
we've got better than a Leviathan ship. We've got our own bladed hull.
Well, you promised to release the spirit, so.
Ah, fuck. Okay, I'm gonna trap Campbell in the hull. That's the epilogue.
Very excited.
Yeah, I'd convince him to.
Vindictive PCs are back.
Yeah, convince him to serve you, I guess, somehow.
Bind him to our will through Arvus.
Oh yeah, I'll write an epilogue for Saffron that you can catch up, team up before.
Oh yes, you're on holiday, aren't you?
Yes.
All right. Well, enjoy your
Where
holiday.
you off to?
Well, GG's.
France,
Thanks,
West Coast.
Olly. That was a very exciting mission to pull together across the 3 parts as well.
Yeah.
It was
good to get
suitably epic.
It actually, when we first heard about sometimes you could do 3 scores in a session. It was like, what? But if you kind of almost commit to it, it actually adds, when you're doing it, come on, let's let us rapid fire through it a bit more. It does actually kind of, the momentum builds momentum. So I can almost see a session where it was like, we hit that casino and then move to that thing and kind of roll it a bit quicker. We
finally learned to play right at the end there. That's one for the podcast, I suppose.
All right, guys. Well, I'll see you for that.
Yeah,
Saffron,
we'll talk soon.
You can always phone in. Have you a little 5-minute segment?
Oh sure, I'm sure I'll have 5 minutes. I'll let you know.
All right, guys. See you next
GG,
time.
boys.
Thank you very
Talk
much.
soon. I'll enjoy Gamescom as well, Milo. Have a wonderful time.
Thank you very much. I
Yes.
shall come back tired, but having had a good time, I'm sure.
Cool. All right.
Lovely.
Chat a bit. Cheers, DM.
Cheers.
Fantastic stuff.